Hey, what's up YouTube? It's King Vita here, and I'm back with another review. This time, I'm reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee. So, there is Bumblebee and his background scenery. That's cool. So before anything, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So there is Bumblebee, Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee. There's Bumblebee. It says Transformers, Transformers Generations, Takara Tommy. Stop moving. Moving on to the side, right here, you have a very nice picture of Bumblebee, right there. Coming out to the back, you got your obligatory product shot. You got Bumblebee, right there. Takes 39 steps to transform him, robot, vehicle, and vehicle to robot. Coming out to the side, you have Bumblebee, looking all menacing and very cool with his battle mask right there. And that's pretty much it. Going on. Here you have Bumblebee. Oh, and he does come with this very cool stand here. It says Transformers right there. There's Bumblebee. And on the top here, it says Transformers Generation. So that's pretty cool. It says Transformers Studio Series number 49 right there. And that's basically it. That's basically it for this. So, here is Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. And he has a Camaro, of course. Look at all yellow and black with the stripes there and here as well. Going down to the bottom. There are his arms, there's his legs, here's his face, right there, with his battle mask on. Now this does not come off at all. This is just part of his design. It's not designed to come off. Now for comparison, just to show you how big he is. Here he is with Transformers Generations Studio Series Bumblebee. Just like this one. It's the same name, but it's a different mode. Very different mode. And it's a completely different mold as well. There's a Camaro. There's a Beetle. Just to show you just how big he is. There you go. Oh. So, there's Bumblebee. Oh, and he does come with his little blaster here. That's cool. Very nice. Now, there's no way to store this blaster, neither in vehicle or in robot mode. So, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. There's no way to store this. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get down to transformation. And the transformation for this guy is very simple. It's not that hard. What I like to do is, again, back to front, but what I like to do with this guy is just take him apart slowly, piece by piece. What you want to do is you want to split this like that, and that'll loosen up the doors. Come over here, split the back like that, and this back will tab in from this tab, will tab in to this slot right there. Okay. Now I will warn you, most of these pieces do like to fall off because there aren't just soft ball joints, so they will fall off. So keep an eye out for that. You want to pull them down like so, and that'll reveal these. These things are the legs. These things right here are the legs. Okay? Now, you want to come on, there. Okay. What do you want to do here? Okay, you want to untab this hook here, like so. This up here. There you go. This right here, this part of the wheel, that thing that holds the wheel up top, has a peg right here, right there, and it'll peg onto this tiny little hole right there. So you want to unpeg that. Come on. There you go. Unpeg that. And now you can completely push this out of the way. And essentially just, there you go. You want to pull this outward like that. It's very hard, so you have to really pry it down. And after that, this right here, this part of the leg right there will just click into place. There. Take this panel here and just close it up like that. And that'll basically make the leg. Take this part here, this shin guard here, and you want to, it's on a ball joint, so you could just fold it down, rotate that, and that'll basically make the leg. Come over here, take this part, flip this, and that's the foot. Oh, and also this part here, you want to pull it back, like so. And it'll wrap around the leg as well, the hip. There you go. Second leg, do the exact same thing. Pull this out to the side. Things do like popping off when you don't want them to. Come on. Come on. Rotate that. Push that down. There you go. Rotate this. to get that out of the way. Push the arm. Push the arm. Rotate the foot. Close this up. Take the foot, push it up like so. And rotate the thigh thing, the thigh, the guard, rotate that, and close that up. And take this and kind of close that in. There you go. Rotate that, rotate that, take this, rotate this whole waist 180, and there you have Bumblebee's legs, like that. There's legs all done. Now, what you want to do here is we're going to go to the top. Now, the top, you want to do not pop this off. This thing definitely likes to pop off. Or you could, you know what, you could just pop this off and leave it to the side. This gets in the way. I'll show you what to do with this later. Come over here, and you want to split this. First, you want to pull the arms down, like that. They are on a double hinge, right there. They go up, they shift upward, but we're not going to worry about that yet. We're going to pull this outward. There you go. Okay, so these parts here will tab in to the hood. So you want to split them. There's a peg right there, and it'll tab into this little port right there. You just want to pull them off to the side, like that. And like that, you just want to pull them out. Now, you take this part and you push these down. There you go, just to get you some clearance. Now, you want to take these two little headlights, and you want to pull them down like that. Stop moving, camera, please. Thank you. You want to pull them down like that. Take this part here and rotate that. This part here is on a hinge. You want to grab it and rotate it like that. And pull this section all the way down. Like that. And that'll create his chest. Take these two headlights, before anything, take these wheels and lift them up, just to get you move, just to get you clearance. Take these headlights, shift them down and over. So they go down and they at an angle. Same thing on this side, down, at an angle, close it up. There you go. There you go. That's how you make his chest. Now, for his arms, before we do anything with the arms, you want to, you want to take this wheel and pull it outward and rotate that. Pull this, rotate that, or actually no, you want to rotate it the other way. There you go. That's what you want to do. Take this back section. Before you do that, you take the back section and you basically make a backpack. It's on a double hinge. So what you want to do is pull it out and push it down. Out, down. There, and that'll collapse onto his back. Okay. Now, take these and rotate them. They rotate through this hinge right here. You rotate them and you extend them outward. Rotate them down, extend outward. Take the shoulder bits, and they are, as I've mentioned before, right there, on a double hinge, right there. So you want to shift them up and shift them. Rotate this up, this little hinge here, rotate it outward and shift that up. And that'll make his shoulder. Come over here. Shift it up. And shift it there. There you go. Now, you want to take, whoop, almost forgot this, flip this down, and that'll create his armor. Now you want to take this backpack. This right here was his front windshield. You want to take this and you want to collapse it like that. These two little pads here will just tab in to this one and this one on either side. Just take them and just do that. Now you can take this whole backpack and push it inward on itself. Take this hinge right there, and essentially what that will do is bring everything in on his back. So again, just push this there, and that's what basically you do. Once you get everything oriented properly, shift his elbows, shift them up, shift them up, and there you have Bumblebee in his robot mode. That's all there is to it. So come, let's take a closer look at the head sculpt here. Lift this up. There he is. They designed him with the battle mask so it never comes off. So that's just molded in right there. So yeah, no face, just his battle mask. Amazingly awesome detail for such a small figure. You got the vents right there on either side. They're just molded in. These little lines here, they're the vents. There's the wheels. They turn. Very nice. Very nice figure. Especially for such a small figure. They definitely nailed it on the detail. Very cool. Articulation-wise, his head, I believe his head is on a ball joint. Yes, it's on a ball joint. It can go up, around, left, right. It could do whatever that. It could do a full 360. It doesn't matter. Arms could do a full 360. If you move this down, they can't do it. If you move this out of the way, you can do a full 360, but this can move. But this can't move that much back. So all you get is that much. And that's pretty much it. They can go outward. The elbow is on a ball joint. His hands don't really move. This entire forearm along with his hand is just one piece. So it just doesn't move except on the shoulder. I mean elbow. Waist movement, you can do a full 360. Legs are on a ball joint. They can go outward that much. They go back that far. You can do a full, well, not really the full split. That's as far as he goes. Knee. He does he? Yes, he swivels at the knee. He has a knee swivel. He bends at the knee 90 degrees, actually. This thing moves as well. This shin guard here, because it's on a ball joint. And his feet do that. They're just, yeah, they just tilt, but it looks weird the way he tilts. They're not meant to do that. They're just meant to stay there. This is due to transformation. So, there is Bumblebee and his articulation. Now, I really like this figure. For such a small figure, it's very well made. I'm not gonna lie. I do definitely enjoy the idea that they gave him a battle mask. This is the first figure that I've ever seen where Bumblebee is made with the battle mask. Like, this battle mask does not come off. It's molded in, so that's pretty cool. Now, for accessories, he does come with his blaster right there, as I've mentioned before. And this does have a peg here. This stem that goes down, that's the peg. And his hands are molded in so it will fit. It's kind of like they're molded into a circle. So you take the blaster and you just fit it onto his hand. There. And it looks like his hand has transformed into the blaster. That's clever. That is pretty darn clever, I'll tell you that much. That's cool. But if you look at it from this side, it just looks like he's holding the blaster. But I guess that's not how you're supposed to look at it. You're supposed to look at it from this side. So that is pretty cool, the way they designed this. My background is black. There's black, so it doesn't really show off the blaster. But yeah, that looks very nice. That is very cool. Now, one thing with this figure, at least on my copy, this foot likes to come loose. So if you fidget around with this too much, the foot will definitely come loose, and you know, you won't have, it'll just fall off like that. But you should keep it in place. If you keep it at the right angle, it slides on this little thing here, like that. But if you keep it at the right angle, somewhere on the middle here, you should be fine. At least on my copy. So, there is Bumblebee. Right there. Now, for comparison, right here, if I move his foot there, there you go. For comparison, here he is with Transformers Generation Shockwave. So you can see how they look together. Bumblebee's pretty small. Here he is with Mr. Refractor here. I can tell this is going to be a running joke. I don't know, but something tells me that this is going to be a running joke on my channel. Mr. Refractor here. And because why not? Here he is with Shadow Bumblebee. Brother? They do actually, Shadow Bumblebee just is slightly taller than him. But overall, just very nice. So, should you get this figure? Yeah, I completely recommend it. I totally recommend this figure. This figure is actually pretty fun. It's small, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's a figure that's made to be played with. Granted, the joints are they're all in the ball joints, and they're pretty fragile, so mess around with them too much. You know, if you mess around with them constantly, they will fall off. But I'm sure come on. But I'm sure nothing will happen. Nothing really serious would happen if you if you don't play around with him way too much. Any figure, to me, any figure is actually good for collecting. This figure is actually good for collecting and playing with. You know, just if you don't mind the very loose joints that this figure is made with. But other than that, yeah, I totally would buy this. Also, if you don't mind the fact that he will always have his battle mask because it's molded in. Like I said before, it's molded in. It's not, you can't, it's not something you can remove. And he doesn't come with extra heads. What you see is what you get with this guy. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. And also just the simple transformation is actually enough to make people want to get this. I mean, the transformation for this guy is not that hard. It definitely takes a while to learn, but it's not the end of the world. He's very, very cool. He does come with a bit of a backpack, just slightly, but I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse. Definitely, I've seen a lot worse. But yeah, I definitely recommend this figure for anyone who wants to collect Transformers, anyone who just wants to play with these. Sure, go ahead. Knock yourself out. This is a great figure. Very nice figure to have. And because he's small, he just stands out. He's small and very yellowy, as Bumblebee should be. And he stands out. A lot. So, I guess that's pretty much everything that there is to say about this specific figure. I mean, he's small. There's not much to talk about. Other than the fact that he has, I almost forgot to mention this. He does have a lot of molded in detail right there for such a small figure. There, here as well on the bicep. He has a lot of molded in detail on the metal. I can't believe I forgot to mention that, and it was right in front of my face. That's nice. That's cool. Also, another thing you could do with this is he does have weapon storage right here. I think this might be a weapon storage. Could this be a weapon storage? Yes, it is. Wow. Cool. So you can store his weapon on the back, but it adds a little bit of weight to him. You have to kind of fidget around for him to actually hold it. Gives it a little more backpack than he should. But it's pretty good. He can actually store this weapon. There you go. Very nice. And it does look like a clean, he cleans up very well. I mean, you barely notice it. Granted, if you turn it around, you can see it. But if you're keeping it straight, you barely notice it at all. It's like he doesn't even have a backpack or a weapon or anything. Very nice touch what they did with this. The way of implementing and hiding the weapon through storage. Very, very nice what they did with this. So yeah, like I said, should you buy this figure? Yeah, definitely, for sure. I recommend it. Great figure to have. Very fun. Very fun to play with. And for just a collector, definitely collect this as well. This is really great. And he's small, so he doesn't take up that much space. But yeah, that's all there is to say about Bumblebee here. Other than the stand he comes with right there. Transformers Generations right up here. Transformers Authentic Transformers with the Autobot logo. And there you have it. With his stand and very, very cool. I like this figure a lot. I like it very much. So, I think that pretty much covers this figure. So, there is Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee. Transformers Generations Studio Series Bumblebee. And is King Vita saying, laters.